Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope you're having a great time with your C team as you're meeting and so on. And I'm just really excited as we are at Cornerstone are kicking off our new series called Create the Future to go right in line with our Create the Future building campaign. I want to say hi to all of you who might be part of a C team who haven't necessarily maybe attended Cornerstone yet, or I hope to see you soon. But in case you're wondering what this is all about, this is a wonderful project that we're undertaking over the next 5 weeks with all of our C teams. As all of our C teams will be studying the same material, discussing the same questions that go right in line with our series as we look at the book of Nehemiah and we see and seek God's direction for our lives, for our future throughout this campaign and beyond as we get ready to commit ourselves over the next 3 years to see our future lived out. It's one of the most amazing things that God has ever done in the life of our church, and I'm so excited just to share with you from my heart some thoughts in regards to how God has kicked off this series. As we look to week 1 of our series and the discussion that you're going to have tonight, we talked about Nehemiah and how Nehemiah got a vision from God that he knew God was calling him to rebuild the walls in his hometown. We looked at chapters 1 and 2 of the book of Nehemiah in the Old Testament, and so we're going to have you discuss a little bit tonight in regards to how Nehemiah received this vision from God and how he acted upon it. And some of the things that we've talked about is that whenever God gives us a vision, it begins as a burden. And that's really something that hits home in your heart. It's one of those gut-wrenching feelings. It's something that you get passionate about, something that you're excited about. And I really want y'all to think about that tonight as you talk and you discuss that, what is it that God has put in me, that has burdened me, that I have a passion for. And as we think about it as a church, is what are those things that God has placed in our hearts as a church that we want to meet the needs of our community, and we want to take people that are disconnected from God and bring them to Him and so on. So it's one of the things we're going to ask you to talk about tonight, but some other things that we talked about in our service as I bring the message and brought the message is that a God-given vision also requires preparation, and that's what this season is all about. And it's so exciting that over the next 5 weeks we're going to be in a spirit of preparation, and I hope that you're as excited as I am and as so many here at Cornerstone are about the several things that we have going on. As today we began sending out daily devotionals, and we have our weekly newsletter going out on Wednesdays, our weekly day of fasting on Wednesdays throughout this series. And on September 28th, Friday, we're going to have a night of prayer for our church from 7 p.m. all the way through to 7 a.m. And I hope that you're excited to be a part of that. But we are in a spirit of preparation as God is preparing us as families, as marriages, as individuals, as friends, as C teams, to prepare and seek God's heart as to what He would have us do during this campaign. And so that's going to be very exciting. And then another thing that we talked about is that a God-given opportunity must be seized upon when the time is right. We talked about how God's vision happens on His timing, not our timing. And God is calling us as a church, Cornerstone, to take advantage and seize this opportunity of what He's going to do to bring life change to this valley and to the world through Cornerstone Church. It's going to be very, very exciting. And then some of the other things that we talked about in our message were that a God-given vision requires action. As we are in a spirit of preparation, that's one of the things that we are praying for, is that God will cause us to move and to act in faith and to attempt the greatest things we've ever attempted in our life. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen and how God is going to move through all of us. And I hope that you are excited in discussing that tonight with your C team. It's going to be exciting to hear everybody's hopes and dreams and anticipations as they feel God moving in their heart, and that's going to be exciting. And then the last thing we talked about was that a God-given vision requires teamwork. See, that's the power of a C team. That's the power of community. That's the power of the group that you're involved in right now, that you are building bonds. You are sharing life together, and we're going to go through this Create the Future series and this Create the Future campaign together. And in order for us to live out our dreams as a church, it's going to require all of us doing our part, giving our commitment and our sacrifice. And that's something I hope that you'll discuss tonight. Trey and I have prepared a series of questions for you all to discuss as a group as we look at the book of Nehemiah, as we share our hearts and our dreams about what the next 3 years hold in this campaign, this Create the Future campaign. And I hope that right now, as you get ready to pause this video and stop this video, that you will look at the questions that Trey has provided you, and as you discuss, that you will just share your hearts and your excitement as to what God is going to do in the life of Cornerstone Church. I love you all, and I hope to see you on Sunday. God bless you.